Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Hey everybody, my name is Ruth Soltman and this is the Transformational Soul. So I just want to say welcome. I'm so glad you could be here this evening. Hi Richard, nice to see you. So Wednesdays are a really great day. On Goldylocks, they have the amazing Melissa's on earlier in the day, so I listen to her show. If I can watch the whole thing, I do, but if not, I listen to it. And the energy is just fantastic. And then later in the day is Stacy's show, so I watch that. So I'm still kind of flying around from all this energy. And then a couple hours before my show, tons and tons more energy comes in. And, you know, it's feeling really good in here. You know, there's all this very high vibrations of love and light here right now. And I'm so happy you guys can all be here tonight. Hi, Lynn. I'm so happy to see you. Hi, Veronica. Good to see you too. So before the show, I drew some cards for everyone. And this first one is from the Archangel Oracle cards, which is my main go-to cards. I just love these. And this is Archangel Raphael, and he says to breathe. Now he says, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. And, you know, so many times when we're going through stressful times, you know, we tend to hold our breath just waiting to see what's going to happen. And we need to let that go. We need to be able to breathe and, you know, get that air inside of us. Spend more time outside, you know, in the fresh air. That's very beneficial. But we don't want to let that stress hold us back. So we have to just, you know, make sure that we can just let those things go that are stressing us out. And then we can feel that sigh of relief and then we can breathe again. Hi, Linnell. So these are my newer deck that I got earlier this month for my birthday. And these are really beautiful. And I did draw a card from this as well. And look at this beautiful picture. You know, someone's right there at the crossroads trying to figure out which direction to go. Which choice are you going to make? And a lot of times when we're standing still like that, trying to figure it out, you know, it creates a lot of, it's almost like it paralyzes us and it creates a lot of stagnant energy. So once you resolve that and you figure out which direction resonates with you, and that's the path you're going to take. And then that energy, you know, is not going to be stagnant anymore. It's going to be moving all around. So let's see. So Linnell says, sparkling this evening you are. Well, thank you. And I bet you are too. Linnell says, I took my bike out today in town. So fun it was. Oh, that's great. And I bet it was a beautiful day for that. This is also one of the newer decks that I have. And this is Kyle Gray, Angel Prayers. And it's a very beautiful deck, and it has just absolutely awesome pictures on it. And this is an Earth Angel. And the card says, thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. Well, the angels are really grateful for everything that you do. And they want you to know how amazing you are. They want to acknowledge you for that. And they want you to be able to see it. You know, they want you to help others more than you already do. Because I know you guys are out there doing it already. They want you to ask yourself, how can I be of service? How can I serve myself? First, serve myself. Because that's very important. You have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of anybody else. And how can you extend that help to others? Are you the kind of person who will seek someone out if you know that they need help with something. You go and ask them, can I help you with that? Or are you the kind of person that waits for someone to ask? I mean, there's no right or wrong answer. Either one is fine, but maybe, the key here is to start looking for, when someone is in need, or you can help someone out with something, and, you can offer your help or your services. Now, they don't have to accept, and, you can't just go in there and say, here, let me do that for you, because that's interfering with their own free will. Some people aren't open to accepting help, so you have to take all of that into consideration as well. You don't want to ever offend anyone like that. Now, this last card I pulled is from Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light. And I've been playing around with these quite a bit lately too, and these are some really beautiful cards too. And this card, let's see if we can get it in here pretty good, is the Council of Light. And, I thought this is such a beautiful card. And it says divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. We all have that team of loving divine beings all around us. And they're willing to help you. And they're there to help you with your soul mission. But, because of free will, they can't intervene unless you ask. But you all have that soul tribe. That's, I call mine my spiritual tribe. And I call them in to surround me with the highest vibrations of love and light, and to encompass me in a bubble so that only the highest vibrations of love and light can penetrate that. And just before the show, I called them in, and I felt such a surge of this amazing energy. It was just fantastic. And interestingly, last week on Melissa's show, when she gave me a message, it was about these light beings that were surrounding me. And it was exactly the way she worded it and described it is exactly what I have been doing, as far as calling them in. And it's been pretty interesting. I can really feel their energy. Let's see, we've got some messages here. Let's see. Love the glowing on those cards. Me too, Linnell. They're very beautiful. Veronica agrees. Linnell says, I just want to do one thing. Ended up doing a dog healing at the location instead. I love callings like that. That's awesome. And you were in the exact right place at the right time. The owner was so cute. He said, I'm blind, but I can see you are special. It was divine timing. And oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. It doesn't take eyes for someone to see. It doesn't take ears for someone to hear. It is just beautiful. So I want to see how everybody out there is doing this week. Everybody having a good week? So one thing I wanted to talk about today that I've been getting a lot of messages about this week is spiritual awakening. And I want to know what happened to you to help you or to kickstart your spiritual awakening. How did you begin to wake up? How did you begin to realize that, everything isn't what you thought it was, and that you are love and light? Was it a specific event in your life? Was it some sort of trauma? Just put it there in the comments if you feel like sharing. And for me, for those of you that read my book, you already know this, but for me, it was when I read the book Conversations with God, book 1 by Neil Donald Walsh. That book just, I can't even put into words really how that book made me feel. But for so long, I felt like the things that I believed, which were not the way I was raised, but it was very conflicting for me. And when I read this book, I thought, wow, it resonated very deep in me because it felt like my truth. And that book just completely changed my life. And I will be forever grateful that Neil Donald Walsh listened to his angels and guides and wrote that book. I know he's written a lot of other ones, but that will always be my favorite book probably in the entire world because of the effect that it had on me and my life and my journey. I can't even imagine, how long it would have taken me to start realizing these things and start waking up if it had not been for reading that book. If you haven't read that book, I highly recommend it. It was written back in I believe it was like maybe the early to mid 90s. And it was just such an eye opener. And when I read the book, I would read a few pages and then I would sit and think about it and just sit with that information for a while. Because if I tried to read too much, I think my brain would have exploded because there was just so much there. And it was just incredible. And I did have the opportunity to meet Neil Donald Walsh back in 2010. He was at a local Unity church the same year I moved to Houston. And I thought, well, I have to go. And he was going to give a talk. And when he walked out there, honest to God, his aura, like this white glow around him, must have went out 10 feet in a circle all the way around him. And I mean, it was almost blinding. It was just amazing. And then I got my book signed. So that was really, really exciting for me. But I'd love to know, some of your experiences. And also on my website, www.ruthsoltman.com. That's RuthSoltman.com. You can go to my website, and there is actually a place on there where you can submit your awakening stories. What started your journey. And some of those stories will possibly be used for a future book. And you don't have to worry about, people reading your deepest, darkest stories because you can remain anonymous. But, we all have different experiences and our awakening experience is individual to each of us and very unique to each of us. But some of the things that you may go through or may have gone through, can be very beneficial and helpful to someone else who is maybe going through the same thing and feel like they're going crazy, or, different ways that you dealt with it might really help someone else out. So think about that, and hopefully, some of you would love to share your stories. And let's see what messages we got here. Love the whole thing, Liddell. Veronica, I woke up after your fantastic reading. So much knowledge is awakening in me now. So thank you. Wow, Veronica, that just gave me goosebumps from head to toe. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that, me and the angels could be there to help you. Hi, Kimberly. Nice to see you. So if anybody would like a card, go ahead and we can do some cards. Veronica says, well, woke up on a higher level after the reading. I started my journey in the 90s. That's about when I started mine too. Awesome. That is, and it's sometimes we, along our journey, we get kind of, complacent or stuck, and we feel like this is it. We're not gonna, move up anymore or get to the next level. And then something happens that just, you get that boost. And, we can all do that for each other. You don't know what you could say or do that might, reignite that spark in someone else. You just have no idea. Lynn would love a card. Awesome, Lynn. And this is the Archangel Oracle cards. And I do have 2 more giveaways tonight for another reading and for another Reiki session. And this will be the last. This is the last of April. We're going to be going into May. So Lynn, you've got the card of passion. What a pretty card. And this is Archangel Haniel. And Archangel Haniel says, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. So, it's funny because sometimes, we get so set in our everyday lives and we just not necessarily take things for granted, but, we're comfortable where we are. And you are sparking something new in you, Lynn. Something new is sparking. And it's about to be set on fire. And it feels really, really positive and really, really good. So I don't know if there's something that you have, some ideas about. Maybe you've been putting some of those thoughts out there, but they are in the works and they are coming to you. So I'll be really excited to hear what those are. Kim, you've got Archangel Uriel, claircognizance. Archangel Uriel says to pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are unanswered prayers. And Kimberly, I feel like you're getting lots of messages, and maybe some of them are coming through a little bit cloudy and you're not quite certain. All you have to do is ask the angels for clarification. Ask them to show you a sign or a symbol that you will recognize. And they will do that for you. And I feel like you're getting messages all the time, and maybe some of them seem very small, like maybe they're really not anything, but just start to notice and be mindful more of, any songs you hear, any names that come up in conversation, numbers, because they're knocking on your door and they're, sending you lots of information, I'm being told. Okay, let's see. Veronica. Chakra clearing. This is Archangel Metatron. And look at that beautiful, beautiful picture. And look at that. Such pretty purple color. Archangel Metatron says, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. I know your chakras already open, but you can balance them a little more. Make sure there's no blockages in there. And Metatron can help you with that. All you have to do is call on Metatron and he will assist you. So I hope that resonates with you. Okay, let's see. Veronica, so now ask your guide shifted me huge as well. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Lynn. Richard would like a card. Linnell says she had 3 huge lessons come in all at the same time when she turned 50. Well, that can be, that can knock you on your butt. 3 huge lessons. And when we look over our life and different people we've known in different situations, a lot of times when we're going through those things, we think, oh, this is so horrible. Why is this happening to me? But when you look back, you can see the beautiful lessons that you learned in those situations. And it's a lot, it makes life a lot easier if you can learn the lesson while you're going through it. But, we're not always that mindful of what's going on. A lot of times we feel like something is happening to us, but it's really happening for us, because everything that happens is for our highest good. It's for us to learn so we can grow and evolve. Okay. Let's see if I missed anybody here. Richard? Okay, Richard, I'm on you now. So I'm glad you've been having a good week, Richard. I saw that you commented that a few minutes ago. Oops, my cards are falling. Okay, Richard. This is Archangel Jeremiah, overcoming difficulties. And this is a beautiful, beautiful card with these beautiful wings and all these colors. Archangel Jeremiah says, the worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. So I feel like there's something that you've been working on getting past or overcoming, And the angels are telling you that the worst is over. It's going to be easy riding from here on out. So just keep that in mind, Richard, and know that things are looking up. And let's see. Sure. Hi there, Kim. 50 has been a hard year for me. Oh, wow. And Kimberly says, yes, I'm overwhelmed sometimes with all of the information. And it can be overwhelming. And, you can also ask them to slow it down a little bit. When I get like the downloads and the whatever, and my ears are buzzing and humming, sometimes it's like really, really loud. And I'll just ask them to tone it down a little bit so that it's a little bit more comfortable and manageable. And they always do. So just know that you can do that. Ask them to slow the information down a little bit, or lighten the load, or, however you want to word it. So Veronica says, Metatron sounds like a Transformer Autobot. I love it. Oh, that's pretty funny. Oh, you're welcome, Richard. Kim, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. So I know there's quite a few of you out there that, like to watch the show live and don't necessarily always say anything. But I'd love it if you just say hi and let me know you're here. Hi, Sarah. I see you popped in here. Hope I didn't miss any other messages. Let's see. Sometimes they come in so fast that the screen moves and then I don't see them. Oh, I guess I did miss some. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Look at that. You guys are helping each other out in the conversations. I love this. You guys are so awesome. And that's what it's all about. Richard, thank you so much for your super sticker. I appreciate that so much. Oh, I'm dropping cards, guys. Oh, yep, quite a few of them, too. Thank you so much, Richard. I really, really appreciate that. Kim says, looking back, it's easier than seeing it in real time. That's very true. And once you've healed from the situation, you can look back at it and it doesn't stir up all those negative feelings that you had. It doesn't make you sad. You can see it for what it really was, and that's a learning experience. And and I know for people that are going through a lot of stuff right now, that probably sounds like hogwash, but it really isn't. I've been through a lot of really tough situations and relationships, and you name it. And at the time, no, I thought it was like, why is this happening to me? But now, from where my perspective has changed a lot, and I can completely see all the lessons that I learned from all those situations and relationships. And it's made me a much better person. And it took a lot of time, to heal. That inner healing takes a long time. And it's really hard work, but it's really, really worth it. So that's something that everybody really needs to know, because the key to loving yourself is that inner healing, and forgiveness. Forgiveness is huge. And we're going to talk about forgiveness in a little bit. Let's see. So Linnell says, I had to define what was changing first, then the jump for sure. Kim says, I got 5 big, huge projects to do and hand it all at once to me before I turned 50 years old. Oh, wow. That must have been overwhelming. Wow. Okay, Linnell, you're next. What would the angels like you to know today? And Linnell, I know there's a few of you on here who have won the giveaways that we need to get something scheduled. There's no expiration date. If you guys got a lot of stuff going on, you can hit me up, in the next week. You can hit me up 6 months from now. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to do it. Okay. Well, now, you got chakra clearing as well. And it's Archangel Metatron Call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. Well, that's what Metatron, he's all about those geometric shapes. And a lot of times he will send you those shapes and symbols in visions. Oh, excuse me. And in different ways. Maybe in, a sign that you see. And you don't quite connect it at the time. But that's all him communicating with you. And from all the comments in here, I think that card came up. I feel like that card came up because he wanted to make sure we knew what his name was. And these two cards just fell out of the deck. We have Hello from Heaven and Beloved One. So, Hello from Heaven is Archangel Raziel. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. And Archangel Chamuel, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. So I don't know who out there needed to hear that, but those cards just flew out of my hand onto the floor. So I'm going to put those out there for you. So maybe someone's been missing, a loved one that's passed on. Maybe someone's been wondering if that special person was ever coming along. Well, there's your answers. Your loved ones are doing great, and your spiritual soulmate is on the way. So let's see, Richard. Okay, so much healing this month. Oh, Kim, that's great. And let's see, go back down now. My messages are getting all confabulated here. Okay. Oh, look at that. Kim says hopes to meet her soulmate soon. That is awesome. And Kim says me. So good. I'm glad that resonates with you guys. Now, I wanted to talk a bit about, let me do one of my giveaways first before I forget about it. So the first one is going to be a number, and it's going to be between 1 and 30. And it's okay, so last week we were talking about even numbers and odd numbers, and I told you which one was my favorite. It's one of those, between 1 and 30. So if you guys remember, then you're a step ahead. So whoever is the first one to guess the number is going to get to pick if they want the reading or the Reiki. So let's see, Veronica says she'd never heard of Metatron before, so she learned something new today. Oh, that's awesome. Kim says number 7. Nope, not number 7. Richard, number 17. Nope. Oh, look at this. You can. Lynn, 26. No. But I will say that Kim and Richard remembered which ones were my favorite numbers. Or else they just took a shot in the dark. I don't know. I'm going to get a drink of water here while you guys start guessing. So you figure between 1 and 30, if we take out half of the numbers, then that's only like 15 or so of them that you have to pick from. So it should go pretty quick. And I want to thank you guys for liking and sharing and participating. 27. No. In this show every week. Your support is greatly appreciated. And also, I also want to say thank you to ICU Dr. Lauren Love and the ICU nurses and technicians in the greater Boston area for sponsoring this show for the month of April. And I'd also like to let everyone know that now you can sponsor the show for a month if you would like. And if you have a small business or a nonprofit, Tiffany will make an ad for you that will run like in the middle of the show as a thank you for supporting the show. So I just wanted to put that out there. This is something new that this just started. So if you're interested in sponsoring my show for a month, then you can either connect with me and I'll connect you with Tiffany, or you can just connect directly with Tiffany, our producer. Tiffany White, Sage Woman. And let's see, Linnell, Kim, oh, okay. You guys are funny. 23, 12, 11. Gosh dang it. 9. I was thinking Jinx, but oh, you guys are so hilarious. Really are. You guys are getting really close. Really close. Kim, did I pull a card for you today? If not, just tell me and I will do that. I can't remember. Once I read it, I forget. So I'm sorry if I skipped you. 22. No, you guys are getting close though. Linnell. Oh. I thought that was a number, Linnell. I had to get closer to see. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and pull a number for you, Kim. I'm sorry, pull a card. And while I watch you guys pick in numbers, number 18, nope. Number 15. Okay, I'll give you guys a clue. It's higher than 15. And we need a card for Kim. Nope, it's not 27. 12, 11, nope. 23, nope. 10. Oh, come on, guys. We haven't picked all the numbers yet, but you guys are number 18. No, it's not 18. Well, hopefully the second giveaway will be a little easier for you guys. Richard, 21, no. But you're pretty dang lucky, Richard, because you've won quite a few times. Linnell, 3, no. It's higher than 15, guys. No. That's a good guess, Lynn. Let me just scroll back up here and make sure I didn't miss it. I hate to have you guys be putting in all these numbers if I miss. Uh-oh, I did miss one. I'm sorry. Okay. It looks like it's Kim. Wait, yep, number 19. Let's see if we can see that. Well, look at that light. Oh, there we go. A little bit. Oh, it's 19. So, Kim, you won that. So, do you want to do the reading with me or the Reiki session? So, just let me know which one. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull your card. You're welcome. And, you can just contact me after the show. You can contact me if you're on Facebook. If not, because I see that you're on YouTube right now. So if you're not on Facebook, you can contact me through my website, if that makes it easier for you. Okay, you would like a reading. That's awesome. So the next giveaway will be for the Reiki session. So you got the card of patience. And that's Archangel Jophiel. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. And, it's true because so often us in our human form, our concept of time and when we want things done is completely different than it is on the other side. Everything happens in, divine timing. And patience is something that sometimes is really hard to learn and to work with. Lucky for me, and that's something I learned as a young mom with 4 small children. And I learned it really fast because I never was a patient person before that. But a lot of times the thing that we have the least patience with is ourselves. And it's important to have even more patience with yourself. We're all a work in progress. We're all, just moving along here on our journey. Some of us are walking faster than others, but that doesn't matter. You know, you can never compare your journey to someone else's because we're all unique individuals and everything is going to work differently for each one of us. You know, sometimes you can hear something 10 times and it does not resonate with you at all. You hear it the 11th time and all of a sudden it just clicks. That's because you're growing. You know, everything is expanding. You're evolving. And when it clicks, you know, it just opens up like a whole new world for you, no matter what it is. But that, you know, sometimes it takes time for that to happen. Some people might hear something once and they get it right away. When I think of that, I mean, think of, you know, algebra, unless you were really good at math. Because I could sit there and listen to the teacher explain it 5,000 times and it didn't click. And then someone else would show me, this is how you do that problem. Oh, wow, that's easy. Well, not really easy, but I understand it. And it's kind of like that. Oh, Kim, you put 19 twice? I did not see that. I apologize, but I'm glad I scrolled back up. Sarah would love a card. So, let's see. Okay, Sarah. Spread your wings, Sarah. You're ready to take off. And that's Archangel Ariel. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. So, you know, I feel like you have a lot of changes coming in your life. And I feel like maybe something is holding you back and you're a little bit hesitant. Don't be. The angels got your back. And, you know, it is going to all be in divine timing, but you got to take, you know, those steps forward that you need to take and spread those wings and you are just going to soar. You're going to soar to new heights that you never even dreamed of. That's really exciting, Sarah. Veronica says, that's so true, Ruth. Oh, thank you. I think it is too. And, you know, we learned so much along the way. One thing I did really want to talk about today, I can find my book here. Okay. So I want to talk about forgiveness because it's really hard for us to heal and move on when we are hanging on to old resentments or anger or any of those things. So forgiveness is not letting the other person off the hook. You know, it's not saying that something never happened or it doesn't bother us or it didn't bother us or hurt us. Well, you're welcome, Sarah. Yep, we are all unique. That is right. But when we forgive someone, we release ourselves from the situation. You know, we release the anger, we release the resentment, the anxiety that it's caused us. But one thing that took me a while to learn in life, you know, if somebody like verbally attacks you or does something really mean to you, it has nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing. It's all about the person, where they're at in their life, you know, what things they're going through. And it's not about you at all. So you don't take it personally. And I know that's really hard to do if someone you care about is standing there screaming at you and calling you nasty names. But you know those names are not true. That's not your truth. And you have to think about all that. You know, you just don't react to it. Sometimes it's really hard, but there's where patience comes in. And let's see. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is ourselves, you know, and I don't really know why that is. Sometimes I think it's because we haven't yet learned to love ourselves unconditionally like we love others. But once you forgive yourself for like just stupid things you've done, or, you've got to realize that the person you were when you did those things is not the same person you are now. That person now would never have done those things. Hi, Devin. Nice to see you. Because you've changed, you've grown, you've evolved, and you would never go back to being that person again. That's back when you felt like you were broken and you were lost, and you didn't love yourself enough. You didn't see your own worth. But after healing and working on yourself, you will see that. You will see your own worth, and you won't get yourself into situations like you once did. And you will love yourself and respect yourself so much more that those things won't even be in your vibration. They wouldn't be able to come into contact with you because you're going to be vibrating so much higher. Let's see. Sarah says, woohoo, thank you so much. You're so welcome. Forgiveness is a tricky thing for me, so appreciate your thoughts. Forgiveness is hard for, I think, most people, Veronica. I really do. Kim says, big release of forgiveness past 2 nights and full moon, slept good finally in months. That is awesome. Linnell says, work on releasing ownership of something you don't. Something you don't own. Okay. Being hard on yourself is something you have to forgive. That's right, Richard, you do. And, sometimes we get ourselves into these like terrible situations where the person does not honor us and respect us and love us. And, we blame ourselves. And sometimes that's, takes a lot of forgiveness. Why did I let that person take advantage of me? Why did I let myself get into that situation? Because that's what you felt like you deserved. That might sound really harsh, but when you really think about it, it's true. When I think back to things that I did, a long time ago when I was younger, I think, wow, I can't even believe I did some of that stupid stuff. And, but I realized that I'm definitely not the same person I was then. I didn't feel my self-worth. I let people walk all over me a lot of times. And I would never do that now, never. But I've learned over time and through my journey to appreciate myself, to love myself no matter what. No matter what I do, no matter what I say, I still love myself. No matter what thoughts I have. And it's really important. And once you love yourself and that cup is always full, then you have all that much more love to give to other people. Let's see. Lynn says, that's a great message. Thank you. You're welcome. Kim says, my congregation and I have been working on our inner child. Oh, that is awesome. So many of us have trauma from our childhood. And that trauma wasn't caused by us. It's something that we had to deal with and go through, and it can be healed. What I wanted to do is talk to you about forgiveness. And one thing that I did during my journey, and I wrote about this in my book, Metamorphosis A Journey of the Soul, I wrote a chapter in there about forgiveness. And because that was something that was a huge propellant to me to help me to heal. Because I had a lot of bad feelings towards people, for things that I thought they did to me. Looking back now, I see that they taught me great lessons. But I came up through the help of my angels and guides, I came up with this exercise. And I want to read this to you. And I think it will really help you. You examine your life and your relationships, past and present. Acknowledge those that you feel caused you any harm or pain. Look at situations you did not heal from or have closure with. Include every situation that ever caused you pain that you have not resolved. Because I guarantee you, those feelings are still affecting your life now. And until you heal them, they're going to keep affecting you. Let's see. Remember to include yourself as well. Think of the times you've let yourself down or done things to disappoint yourself. Remember the times that you may have intentionally done something to hurt someone. It's all about intention too, isn't it? You might not have intended to do this, but it did happen. Remember all of those things. There's going to be certain memories that stand out to you, and that's because they're the ones that you haven't healed. It might take a while to do this, start with one situation, and it doesn't have to necessarily be a person. There could be a situation that really hurt you, that you carry scars from, and it might not have anything to do with any one person. It could just be a situation that happened. Let's see. Write a letter to each person coming from your place of ego or mind. Express your anger and disappointment in the way that you felt you were treated. Get mad, yell at them. Tell them what they did and how it made you feel. You will feel a lot of emotion arise out of this exercise, and you will. You will feel a lot of things come up. You will feel enraged when you start thinking about them or the situation, but that's okay. It may take you a few minutes, a few hours, days, or weeks to complete this. And that's perfectly fine. It will happen as it needs to and when you are ready. You have many years of stuff, to remember and work through. But it's important to remember all of the relationships or situations that you feel caused you unresolved pain and anxiety. You don't have to look back at every little thing that's happened to you over your life unless you have unresolved pain and anxiety from it or unresolved negative feelings. Because you're still hanging on to that pain, even if you don't think about it every day, you've just suppressed it. And that's the cause of your issues today. You need to clear all of it so you can fill that space where you have all that negativity and all that anger and resentment, and you're going to fill that with unconditional love for yourself. Then you will be able to move on. You will be able to heal. So once you write these letters, read it out loud. I don't care if you have to go in the car to be alone. This does work. And it just makes you feel so light afterwards. A lot of times we have a situation happen where it's completely unresolved. There's no closure. Well, maybe those people aren't in our life anymore, so we can't really reach out to them for closure. So this works very well for that. So read each letter out loud, one at a time. And you don't have to do all these together. You can, focus on one situation or one person and just do that. And then see how you feel and see if other things come up. And if something else comes up, try it with that situation. Get out all of the painful feelings that you feel. You're going to feel them as all of this comes to the surface, but it has to come to the surface in order for it to heal. You're coming from a place of ego mind, confronting this pain, but you will be forgiving and releasing it from a place of spirit or your higher self. Once it is released, you'll feel much lighter, and these things that once caused you a great deal of pain will be a mere memory. And memories, it's going to be so far off in the distance that it's not going to be affecting your life. They will no longer affect you, and you will be free to move forward in your life. After you have read the letters out loud, you're going to read the following with their name inserted. So let's say the person's name is George. George, you have hurt me in this lifetime or past lifetime. You have left a crack in my heart with your actions. I choose to move on and let these things go. I choose to heal my heart and move on. George, I will no longer let the pain you caused me in the past cause me pain in the present. I release this pain, anger, and hurt. I heal my heart and I move forward. George, I know that the things you did that hurt me were about you and not about me. I forgive you and wish you the best that life has to offer. You release it and you let it go. When you acknowledge it and you bring all of that feeling all that anger and everything up to the surface, because you've had that buried for years and suppressed for years. And when you bring it up to the surface, you'll be surprised at how well it can be healed. And when you send love to those situations, just sit there and think about a big white light of the highest vibration of love and light surrounding this person or this situation. It can change a lot. And it will really help you to let go of old things that you're hanging on to. It's going to help clear out that energy. And then you can fill that space, with love and light for yourself. Okay, Linnell says, we all do everything in our lifetime or another. So no judgment and no shame. Start your shift of letting that go. It isn't yours to do if you decide so. It's your story. You are the writer. That is right, Linnell. Definitely. Veronica says, I like that. Thanks. Trying to learn it's okay to be angry. A letter is good too. I might try it. It really helped me a lot. I'm bawling with that connection. Woo, Linnell. Devin, I'm going to pull a card for you. Hope you're doing good. I'm glad you could join us tonight. Devin, your card is Archangel Azrael and Comfort. Archangel Azrael says, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. And kind of fitting with our little talk about forgiveness, because forgiveness will definitely heal your heart. I'm not pointing fingers at you, Devin. That message could be for anyone. Hi, Laura. Nice to see you. Linnell, I just released a heavy-weighted George. Well, good for you, Linnell. And I bet you feel a ton better, don't you? And lighter. It's amazing when you can release and let this stuff go, how much better you feel. I remember when I was younger and going to church with my parents on the weekend. We were Catholic, so we went to confession. And I can remember going there and talking to the priest and making my confession. And, I remember sitting there and, I lied, or, I hit my brother, or, I was little, so there wasn't a whole lot I could have done. But I remember coming out of there feeling like, woohoo! I felt so much relief and release, like, I don't know. And it was just like little things then. So you can just imagine when you can get rid of all of this dead weight of these emotions that you've been carrying around for years. It is going to help you heal so very much. And I know that's what it did for me. That's how I know. It's real easy to do. It's an easy process. It's, when I wrote my letters, I was screaming and crying my eyes out. And then once I released it all, oh my goodness, I felt like a new person. It just, such a huge weight lifted off of me. And, if those people never said to me in their entire life, I'm really sorry I did that to you, or I said that to you, I don't care. I've taken care of it. I've already forgiven you. So it doesn't matter, if you ever get any kind of resolution like that, because you don't need someone to say, I'm sorry. It's nice, and, to know that someone is, but you don't really need that. And you can do all of that clearing of all of that energy and all of that regret. And you can do all of that yourself, because you are the one that you need to heal, not someone else. And we can only heal ourselves. Others can't heal us. They can maybe point us in the right direction or give us a boost, but ultimately we are the ones that do our own healing. Devin says, don't live in the past. Definitely don't live in the past. And the best time is living in the moment. That's all we have. And, looking over, since all of this stuff started with COVID, I've noticed just on Facebook with my Facebook friends and people that I know, so many people have lost a loved one. And I don't mean due to COVID, but I've noticed people on social media a lot more during the lockdown and all that. But I know that I've seen many, I can't even count how many people have lost a loved one. And a lot of them have been like really weird situations. And there were people that, we didn't see this coming. And, we're so surprised. None of us know how long we're going to be on this earth. Don't put off anything that you can do right now. Don't put it off. You might not have tomorrow. We don't know. If you're missing someone, call them. I know we don't really write letters anymore, but it'd be a nice idea. I got something in the mail from someone a few weeks ago, and she sent me this nice little note and these really pretty little stones. And I just thought, wow, that was so cool. People don't do that anymore. Last year I was so inspired to send out Christmas cards. And I did. And I can't tell you the last time I sent out a Christmas card. But I'm already excited about doing it this year. I've already got my list prepared. And it made me feel really good to send them out, write my name on them, wishing them a Merry Christmas. It was so much fun. And I really enjoyed that. And, you don't know. Somebody gets a Christmas card from you. Maybe, you haven't talked to them in a while. That's okay. Christmas is a great time, even though it's, we're not close to Christmas now, but it's a great time to reach out to people that you haven't talked to in a long time. Because that always, gives people the conversation starter of, oh, it's Christmas time, and oh, how are your holidays? It's always gives someone the in if they're uncomfortable with it. What else is? I'm going to reply that incredible connection that was. Oh, my heart wants more. You're welcome, Devin. You're welcome for the card. And so I want to give you guys a challenge this week. I'm going to challenge you to try the forgiveness exercise that I told you about. Now, if you don't remember exactly what to do, just message me or something, and I can, I can send you the directions if you want to call them that. I'll send you the exercise. Manel said, so glad I was able to tune in. Great space shared this evening. Cindy Lauper, Christmas every day. Oh, that's great. And I want you to try it with one situation, one person, something that you have not healed from, a situation that still brings up all the anxiety, the anger, the resentment, the hurt feelings. And I want you to do the exercise and release it and let it go and see how differently you feel. You're going to feel differently about the situation or the person. You're going to feel differently about yourself. And you're going to be really proud of yourself for getting past it. So many people, things will happen in their life and they never get past it. They stay in that hurt place forever. And, when they do, that's no place to live. You can't live, well, first you can't live in the past, but your past definitely can affect your now and your future with all of those unhealed feelings and emotions. And once you can acknowledge them and release them, then you can heal. And it's really, really important, to start that healing now. It's the hard work, I know, but you can do it. And I know you can do it. Oh, we forgot. We have the other giveaway. Look at that, guys. Okay, I have something in my hand. And you guys guess what it is. And you get the Reiki session. And I'm going to give you some big clues. It's a stone. And it's Purple. No. No. It's a purple stone. You guys are getting good. Nope, keep going. You're getting close. Okay, Lynn, it's an amethyst. So you will get the Reiki session, Lynn. Congratulations. Thank you. Oh, a couple seconds sooner, Kim, and you would have got that one. Well, we're about out of time, guys, but I want to thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys so much, and I always look forward to our time together. So please try that exercise. I can promise you, you will not regret it. You guys have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
This month's broadcasting is sponsored by ICU Dr. Lauren Love, ICU nurses, technicians, and staff in the Boston area hospitals.